anyways, welcome back. This is a Berserker Striker build. We are using a bunch of hyper armor in this build. Here's all the abilities, just copy them one for one. You don't really need a shield, but I guess you could replace focus training. Focus is your most valuable asset aside from rage. That's why you need to min-max this without sacrificing ring slots. So that's my rationale behind that. Let's get into our weapons. Our Rhyme Howl, everyone knows what this Rhyme Howl does. It has a Monster Hunter Greatsword crit. And if you played Monster Hunter, you know that Greatswords are fucking overpowered. But this one's on crack because you get full hyper armor. There's also the full Yeti set. The boots, they have crit chance and Purity cures all debuffs. You can basically just cleanse just from M1, meaning this build is immune to all debuffs in the game. So we also min-max our strength, so you want to use everything that gives the most strength, which is the Yeti set. You can feel free to use any other armor, but this armor has the highest damage output, no contest. This chestplate is the most strength, aside from the sec chestplate, which it ties for in terms of strength. The runes are really generic runes. So these runes are pretty standard. I shouldn't need to explain any of these. Anyone would use these, maybe except for maybe Purity. But yeah, these runes, you know how to get them. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you know how to get this. This is just a rune golem drop. It's just a placeholder. You don't need to put runes on this. Your fist is just to use the fist skills that this build has, which are really good. This is the sect band. I got my rank 8 in like one day using the Grimwatch method. If you want to know how to use the Grimwatch method, just ask in the comments. I might make it if enough people ask. Yeti ring is really busted for this build. It is the best ring in the entire game. It's just really niche, so not many builds can use it, but I can! Ha ha ha! And then I have the Shield God ring. So this gives insane damage reduction. I think it's somewhere around 70% while up hyper armor, which means I'm basically fucking immortal. Also, you can use the Vampiric ring. If you use this Vampiric ring, you are fucking unkillable. You will heal the full health like every critical attack, but I can't be asked because damage is more important. For professions, I max almost all of them. Fuck fishing, by the way. I hate fishing. I will just put a blurb on screen on how to max these all really fast. I maxed them all in 8 hours or less. Herbalism took a bit longer, but you can just macro most of them in a VIP server because they can't really catch you in a VIP server because apparently they do ban for that temporarily because the devs are like dumb. I don't know. Yeah, so this is the build. I'll also show you a little tech with the Mally's ring. So if you check right here, if you just equip Mally's ring, equip your Golden Fairy again, check your buffs, it's 10. So and if you unequip your Mally's ring and replace it with a damage ring, you'll see that your luck stat doesn't actually go down because the fairy ring snapshots the luck. Okay, let's get into why I went for Striker. As you know, Limit Breaker is now extremely powerful. It gives lifesteal, which can double dip into Berserker's lifesteal. So you will basically out-heal them with your M1s at low HP. Also, Limit Break can forcibly get you down to below 50% for our tenacity. We are running human on this build. And Striker is also extremely overpowered because at level 20, you get this OP tackle passive. You have to use the spray skill. If you land this spray skill, which has full hyper armor by the way, then you can use Limit Break for free, no HP cost. Also, this Power Strike move that Fist has, it's an infinite duration hyper armor skill. How has no one noticed this shit? It's so broken with my damage reduction. You just start all your CDs with this thing, and it does like decent damage too. So yeah, Fist is overpowered in that regard. And yeah, that's it. Have fun, guys. Oh, I just realized I forgot to explain how I have such high crit rate on this build despite only having 5.1%. Basically, if you look right here, the Ring of Second Eye, it boosts the crit rate of your arm move, the crit of a weapon by 20%. That's 600 agility worth of stats for your heavy attack, which is really busted. So yeah, that's how you can consistently like nuke bosses. Even if you don't crit, you will still do a fuckload of damage, like 1,000 damage at full setup. Even if you don't set up, it's still like 600, some shit like that. If you crit the no setup, you'll still do well over 1,000 damage. So you really can't go wrong with this build. Also, I already tested this build without like min-maxing too much. It's still pretty good. So yeah, have fun.